Hey everyone, and this is day one at the 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics, the Winter Olympic Games. Day one, you might be asking. Day one? Where's the TV coverage if you're in the United States? Where was my linear TV, like a cable TV channel? Even the opening ceremony, it's not even day one. It can't be day one. Well, it is day one at the Milan Cortina Olympics. And I'm going to share with you here what happened here today. We had three events going on today. We had alpine skiing, men's downhill, a training session, men's downhill, with 45 participants. And the men's singles in luge, which is untelevised in the United States. That 25 people in two training sessions. There's two practice runs for the Olympics, and then there was mixed doubles curling. We had we had four matches, 4 sheets of ice, 6. We had 6 ends in the Sweden Republic of Korea game. Sweden ended up winning that one 10-3. Republic of Korea which is South Korea, Republic of Korea, they had an end in the first, a point in the first end. And what happens is, if you have to be closer to the center circle, the smaller center circle, in the center, I guess, with the Olympic rings on it, you want to be in there. But you don't have to be in there, though. You can be on the outer rings. It's just that, you're more likely to get points if you actually go in a small circle with the Olympic rings on it. And what happened? And then in curling, if you have 2 there, like if you're the red, and you have 2 before the yellow has 1 closer, then you count 2, So basically, whichever team has the closest one has the closest one to center of the rings. We're scoring at the one end. You go from one end of the ice to the other, and you alternate back and forth. Throwing your stones. And that's what happens, Go back and forth, throwing them, and whoever's got the closest to the center gets the point. For the end. And there's guaranteed points in every end. However, you can score multiple points in the end if you have, say, 2 red ones before the yellow team has one, And you can also steal one if you don't have the last throw. If you're the team that went first, so you have the first throw. You're the first throw of the 2 teams for that end. Then you alternate. You guys steal an end by scoring, but not being the one that has the last advantage. Being the one that goes last is actually the advantage in curling. And it's mixed doubles curling. So we had we had Isabella, Rana, and Rasmus. Rana, so probably a couple. So Sweden won 10-3. They had a lot more success on their draws. On their draws, they were 25 for 80%, 5 for 90 on takeouts, and 30 shot success, 5 takeouts, a 90% shot success, and then shot success 80 total for the game, 30 overall. And then Republic of Korea only had 72% from Kim Seon or Injung. 72% total, 75% for takeouts, and 73% game overall. But it was really that 44% from Kim that really lowered it down. And Sweden got 2 in the second, 2 in the third for Korea, but then 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. And that is what won on the game for Sweden. Sweden beats Republic of Korea 10-3 in that one. So, and then that one only went to 6 ends. But as you see right here, it is ending early because they're only going to 10 points. In Olympics, they're only going to 10 points, as you can see right here. Here. Or the winners are only at 10 points, typically. Or it's like basically like with curling, like enough points to where that like, you know, even with like throwing all your throws, you're not going to win, you know, like Sweden. They're going to beat Republic of Korea no matter what. So that one ended. And you see with Canada, Czechia, that was the same thing on sheet C. Canada had 1 in the first end, 4 in the second end, went really well in the second end. But Czechia with 3 in the third end, 2 in the fourth end for Canada, 1 in the fifth end for Czechia, 3 in the sixth end for Canada, and 1 in the seventh end in Czechia. Even with all 5 shots, they pretty much would tie it up at best, but that is not possible. So, because you each put a 1 down, you know. So our Czechia got the win, or Canada got the win. 10-5. And let's see the game statistics. Is Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant for Canada, Julie Zelengrova and Vit Chabakovsky. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong. 24. They had 24 for 89 in draws, 24 draws, 89% shot success, 11 takeouts, 86% shot success, and for the game, 35 overall for Stone for 88% shot success. And then Czechia, they had 25 draws for 60% shot success, 10 takeouts for 55% shot success, and 35 stone overall, 59% shot success in the stone. That was on sheet C. On sheet B, Great Britain, and it went to 8 ends. All 8 ends were used, and Great Britain wins that 8-6 over Norway. Norway had 1 end in the first, or 1 point in the first end, 3 for Great Britain in the second end, 2 in the third end for Norway. Those 3 all then 4-3 Great Britain after a point in the fourth end, a point in the fifth end for Norway, and then 3 in the sixth end for Great Britain, 2 in the seventh end for Great Britain, and 1 in the eighth end for Great Britain. And in Olympics, international competitions, the win in these international competitions, they have different rules like forfeit if you run out of time. You have so much. you have a set amount of time, 22 minutes of time between the shots, for the whole game. 8 ends, and you can use, sometimes you don't always want to use, time, because when you, like, in the beginning is use less time, like maybe a few seconds. It does not count it only counts till the curling stone, passes the rings, the scoring rings on the side that the teams are throwing them on. And then we have, let's see here, game statistics. So we had Jennifer Dodds and Bruce Watt for Great Britain, 20 draws, 77% total, 11 takeouts, 75%, 39 stones thrown, 76% shot success. And then Norway had 40 stones thrown, 36 draws, 74%, 4 takeouts, 100%, and then 77% 40 stones thrown. But really what went down was Christian Sesculin's shot success in draws. Only 52% in her draws, 14 of them. And Magnus Nidrigan. And then Norway had a power play in the 7th and 8th, and Great Britain had a power play. And then we had Estonia and Switzerland in Sheet D. In Estonia was led by Marie Kaladivi and Hreilo. They had 39 stones thrown, 80% draws. And then they had 6 takeouts, 63%, 45 total stones thrown, 78%, 31. And then Switzerland had Breyer, Schwaller, Herleiman, and Yannick Schwaller. I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrong. For a couple, they had it. And one just keeps she kept her last name. And she made the double last name. And then they had 31 draws, 72% shot success, 13 takeouts, 62% shot success, and 69% for the game of 44. And the reason why was because it went to the extra end. It was a tie. And home power play. And Estonia got the power play in 6, and 7 went to Switzerland the power play. And then Switzerland got 1 in the first, Estonia got 1 in the second, Switzerland got 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and then Estonia got 2 in the sixth, Switzerland got 2 in the seventh, Estonia got 4 in the eighth. They needed to get like a really good throw, like a really, really good throw on the, to tie it up and force the extra end, 9th end, and they did. It was 7 all, and then Switzerland got 2 in the extra end, and there was only 1 throw left. And then Switzerland had a throw left, but they did not have to throw every throw. And in Olympic curling, international curling competitions, which is what the Olympic rules go by. They go by international rules, and it's the international curling group for all these, like hockey is International Ice Hockey Federation, like the curling federations, like all these different sport federations or bodies, that oversee the events, like the main events of their sport, when it's non-Olympic competition, big international competitions like the World Cups, like world events. That's who does the rules and all that stuff, and oversees all that stuff, So, yeah, Switzerland wins 9-7. So let's take a look at the session result. No. And in this group, there's 10 teams in this group: Canada, Great Britain, Switzerland, Sweden, Czechia, Estonia, Republic of Korea, Norway, Italy, and United States of America. Canada, Great Britain, Switzerland, Sweden all win. Czechia, Estonia, Republic of Korea, Norway to have a loss. Italy, United States of America is not playing in this session. They're not playing in this session.